Hello, Algebra 1B for Mr. Fry. I'm taking a look at your class notes if you need them. This is as far as they went in class. They went through 1 through 14. And then I want to take you through the exit ticket in case you need to see that. Oh, sorry about that. Take a look at number 1 here. When we're doing the quotient or dividing, we are going to subtract exponents. So subtracting exponents, 5 minus 3 would give us 2, so we just have, x to the second power. This one is going to be k to the 10th power. We just subtract those exponents. This one would end up just being 0, nothing. Actually, not 0. Anything over itself is 1, so you just have 1. The 6 minus the 2 is the 4. 4 minus 3 with the b is just 1, so you have 1b. Number 5, 7 minus 4 is 3. 16 minus 12 is 4, so that goes with the q. And so 20 minus 5 is 15. 9 minus 9, we have nothing there. 2 minus 1 is just 1. So we're left with x15z. For these, you divide the coefficients. Those are the large numbers. And then you're going to use the quotient rule, subtracting your exponents for the variables with exponents. So this would be 6 divided by 2, which is 3, and 4 minus 3 is 1x. 14 divided by 7 is 2. 2 minus 1 is just 1r. 2 minus 1s is just 1s. Negative 36 divided by 4 gives you negative 9. C2 minus C2. 2 minus 2 is 0, so we don't have anything there. 5 minus 3 is 2d. Negative 15 divided by negative 3 is a positive 5. 6 minus 5 is 1, so I have 1x. 5 minus 3 is 2y, and z, and nothing underneath there is, so z minus nothing is just going to be z. 4 divided by 8 actually is 1/2, or just, can simplify to 1/2. And then I have 5 minus 1 is 4, so I have half and 4. 36 divided by 54 could be, if I divide both the top and the bottom, let me see, 32, 16. By 16, I end up getting 2/3. No, that wouldn't be 16. 36, sorry about that. 18, I'm sorry, divided by 18, the top and the bottom, you get 2/3. 9 minus 3 is 6, and 5 minus 2 is 3. Number 13, I'm going to square the 3 and then multiply the 5 and the 2. Remember our exponent rules that we were working with last week. And then I go ahead and use the quotient rule. And so 9 and 27 could be simplified down to 1/3. 10 minus 3 gives me the x to the 7th power. And I'm going to first cube the 2. 2 to the 3rd power is 8. A squared times the 3 gives me 6. B to the 4th times 3 gives me 12. So that's how I got this. The bottom stays the same for right now. Then I go ahead and divide. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 6 minus 3 is 3. 12 minus 7 is 5. Okay. With that being done, you also add an exit ticket. I want to take a look at that real quick. So what's going on here? I'm going to square the negative 4, which gives me 16. 2 times 5, because when you are raising the power of a exponent, you multiply those, okay? 5 times 2 is 10, and y times 2, just that 1 times 2 is 2. Okay, and then this stayed the same for the first round. If I divide both the top and the bottom, By 16, I get 1/3. And so 10 minus 2 is 8. 2 minus 2 is 0. I don't have any more y's there. So, and that would be the answer for that one. Number 2, and I shouldn't say y2 over y2 is 0. It's actually 1. It's just multiplied by 1. Just nothing's there. So you're not multiplying by 0. I don't want you to think you're multiplying by 0 because then the whole thing would be 0. So it's actually 1. Okay, number 2. I am going to cube the 3. 3 to the third power is 27. 3 times 1a gives me 3a. 3 times 1b gives me 3b, or b to the third. And then I just have this I'm going to multiply by. And the bottom stays the same. The bottom stays the same in the third step too, or second step actually. This is the first step. So I'm going to, in the second step, multiply these two. So 27 times a negative 2 is a negative 54. And then now, since I'm multiplying, I'm adding exponents. 3 plus 1a is 4a. 3b plus 4b4 is 7. And so now I can go ahead and do the divide, where I actually take negative 54 divided by 6, I get negative 9. And 4 minus 1 is 3 for the a's, and 7 minus 2 for the b's is 5. For number 3, got a lot going on here. I square all of this. That means squaring negative 8, which is 64, multiplying these exponents. Same thing here. I'm taking to the third power that 2, which is 8, and then I'm multiplying my exponents. It's a 3 here because 3 times 1 is 3. Then times this whole thing is the same. Okay, I multiply first. Order of operations, I got to multiply. So I multiply 8 times 5 is 40. M to the 6th power times m to the 2nd power. I add those exponents. So that's going to be 8. And n to the 3rd power and n to the 11th power is n to the 14th. I added those. Now notice when I subtract, I have like terms, so I can subtract this. I have these like terms. So because I'm subtracting like terms, it's going to be 24 m to the 8th, n to the 14th. And that's just because, if this was m to the 7th and n, to the 2nd or something like that, I would be done. There would be nothing for me to subtract. Okay, for number 4, I have the perimeter. You're just adding up all these, so I add up, and I can only add up the like terms, kind of like what I did here. I subtracted the like terms. I can only add up the like terms. 10 plus 12 is 22xy now. And I still have that 3x squared in the back there that I just leave. That's as far as I can go with the perimeter. The area, remember, area for a triangle is half base times height. So I'm going to have half of the base, which is 3x squared, times the height, which is 10xy. I multiply those two. 10 times 3 is 30. X to the 2nd times x to the 1st is x to the 3rd. I add those, and then I just have that y that's still hanging out there. I take half of the 30. Half of the 30 is 15, and I still have x to the 3rd y. Okay, hopefully this helps, and good luck if we have a quiz tomorrow, possibly. I know he's waiting to see how you guys do on this, to see if you need more review or an actual test. So good luck.